Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I want to start this by sharing with you that these are my opinions. They are not to be considered fact. I'd like to have you do your own research and make sure that you agree, or if you disagree, with the information I share here. I also want to share with you that I don't want you to send hate to anyone involved in this video or any other videos that I do. And this is to be considered for entertainment purposes only. So with that out of the way, let's begin the video. I've titled the video, this is an exclusive. She knows nothing. Well, she may know something, but seriously, you guys, she knows nothing. This is a new tactic that Katie is using repeatedly to say something mean, then retract it a little bit, and then, oh, but seriously. So I don't like it much, and so I don't plan on doing it much, but it was like I had to show you there. Okay, so she put out a video yesterday about Jed Duggar. Well, I'm here to tell you that almost everything she has ever said about Jed Duggar is lies, and I can prove it. But for right now, we're just going to talk about yesterday's video. In yesterday's video, she had Jed become engaged to Lauren Caldwell. This has been a long time coming. It's been a dream come true for Katie Joy. She has linked the Duggar boys. Let's see, we've gone through Jason, James, Jed. Not sure about Jeremiah. But before she's done, if for any reason any of those boys find courtships elsewhere and Lauren's still available, it will be Jackson and or Tyler, who are like 16 years old right now. So just wait. She will include them. So she knows nothing. She has total disregard for the truth. Total disregard for the truth. This is just one other time that she jumped in. So I want to begin by showing you her screenshots, and then I will be discussing things as I go through the video, going through these clips. So here comes the first screenshot. So this is the screenshot of surprise, we're engaged. A statement of fact, we're engaged. Surprise! It's a clickbait title to get everybody to click and come watch one of her videos where she's going to spill the tea. But she has egg on her face on this one. She had no tea, and neither did her source. So this is, in my opinion, hysterical, because this woman has no regard for the truth. It's absolutely blatant disregard for the truth. So the next little screenshot here that you're going to see is the information underneath once you click and get over there to the video. So here now we have, surprise, we're secretly engaged and planning an April wedding. Question mark? Question mark? All that streamed together, then question mark. So now she's not sure. She doesn't know if you should be sure. We don't know. But watch how she shares that she knows nothing, and she's going to prepare her audience for her sources, guys, sources that may not know anything because the Duggars are so tight-lipped. She doesn't want you to realize she has no sources, and there's no chance that she's going to be able to bring that information to you because there's nobody to tell her that one way or the other. So now watch this.
This exclusive comes from The Sun, and I have not been able to independently confirm, although I've put some feelers out there with my sources to see if they will confirm this. Though I will say that people that are connected to the Duggars are pretty tight-lipped about things, and the Duggars don't often give out information until the wider public knows. So take this for what it's worth. But
Yeah, isn't that hysterical? Once you realize how she's setting it up, and oh, those sources, they might not be able to be, I put my feelers out, but they might not be, what you're hoping for. Oh my gosh, it's just laughable. So this next video or little clip that you're going to see here is just about as this one, you guys. Seriously, I've shared with you that there are these magazines that are online, newspapers. I call them rags because they're worse than the National Enquirer. So to me, why would you even ever? And as you see, the Sun with this really close source and has gotten some things right. They've never gotten it right. They've never gotten it right. And there's time and time, I could do story every day about the BS that they provide, and not just about the Duggars. They don't care. They are print media that all they want to do is sell the paper today, sell the content today. And then if they have to say it different tomorrow, they don't care at all. But KJ should care. She should care that she looks like an absolute idiot time after time. And this one,
the Sun is reporting that Jed Duggar and Lauren Caldwell are secretly engaged. What? Yes, that's right. That's right. We were not expecting this. We were expecting James and Lauren to be engaged. But according to the Sun, this is something that's been going on for quite some time. So apparently, this is what the source told the Sun. And again, take this for what it's worth. Although the Sun does have a really good source.
Yeah, you guys, yeah. We weren't expecting this. We were expecting James. Guys, we were expecting any Duggar. Any Duggar. She's put video after video after video because it's the off season, so she has no content because she has no sources. That it's James, that it's Jed, that it's Jason. Oh, that it's James. Wait, it's Jason. Even in this video, she'll tell you how James and Lauren are too much like brother and sister. So that's why it ended up being Jed, because she's been pushing James this whole time. They would all be pretty good friends. Brother and sister might be taking it a bit too far, but it may end up being James one day. But Katie won't know that before any of us do. Just like she didn't see this one with all her sources. She didn't get this right. Now, she had a source in her ear, supposedly just a couple of weeks ago, and she made video after video about it. And guess what? That source didn't say one word, not one word, about any news that those of us that follow the Duggars didn't already know. So I could have been her source. She could have called me. I could have given her all that tea. But the truth is there was no source, and she's just reading things that we all can read and then bringing it, because she's on YouTube, she's bringing it as content. It's once you realize the game, the jig's up. The Sun author of the Sun article she's referring to may not know, may not understand how the Christians and the right-wing, more conservative Christians are living their lives. But she knows. If she doesn't know by now, after covering them for a year and a couple months, that there's no way in hell that they were courting and getting to know each other under the radar, on and off and on and off, as she said. No way. No way. Watch this.
Once she split up with Titus, apparently she and Jed rekindled their relationship. Rekindled? Yeah, so apparently she had been courting Jed, or getting to know Jed, spending time with Jed under the radar, not announcing it to anyone. They had been doing this on and off for more than a year.
So there you have it. On and off over the past year. And in the middle there was Titus. Guys, they don't take courting lightly. If this was just dating, which the author of that article that Katie's using, and Katie, of course, yeah, you could have dated a guy and broke up and redated and dated a couple other guys and got back together and all that. That's what we're talking about here. We're talking about courting, which is taken very seriously. You can ask anybody about that. Anybody. You can see it. Whether you watch the shows, you watch their Instagrams, you read about it. This is a serious step. It's not taken lightly. You don't get to court, willy-nilly. And then under the radar, like, I guess Paul Caldwell doesn't give a tinker's damn about his daughter. Here, court that one, court this one, court that one. And then on top of all of that, guys, this is an extremely close family to the Duggars. The Duggars and the Caldwells, we're talking over a decade. They hang together. They don't get to do anything alone. They don't get to be cozy, even sit and talk until it's courting time. So they weren't learning to know more about each other. That's courting, Katie. That's courting. This is a joke from the beginning to the end. The entire Sun article is so full of holes. They had them engaged. Well, basically, she was still with Titus. And I mean, this whole thing, everybody, put on your thinking caps. We're talking about the Duggars. We're talking about the Caldwells. Nobody is willy-nilly about any of this. This just cracked me up. And she let it come out of her mouth. She didn't care. There's no credibility. Don't you see? It's like unbelievable to me. Seriously, that she wouldn't go and read that and go, okay, this is one of those where there's a man-eating fish in the lake that we go to up there down the street. There's no man-eating fish in that lake, but that's what Rags will tell you. I've seen it myself on like a National Enquirer headline. So, okay, let's keep going. We got a couple more clips and then I'm going to shoot you the truth. She's about to tell you that fans believed that this is a possibility. Anytime she uses the word fans, that's her code word, Katie. She doesn't want to take the rap. She doesn't want to take the accusation. She doesn't want to take it even when it's right blatantly in your face. It's always going to be, people are speculating, people are thinking, fans are saying. It's her. It's her. Okay? Let's just make sure we all understand that basic premise. But she reports from this article that she's saying, well, the fans all felt, because I did a video on this, and the fans felt that this was probably Jed because of the proximity to Lauren. And then there was the chemistry between them. What chemistry? Watch any video anywhere. Home movie, video, chemistry between them. There is no such thing. Neither would Jim Bob himself allow that, nor would Paul Caldwell allow that. You can barely see chemistry once they're courting and even into engagement because it's kept so platonic. But chemistry and the way they interacted, it would look pretty suspicious the way they interacted. Please share with me in the comments below how much interaction you all watched between Jedediah and Lauren. I'd be curious what you got out there for me. Let me see it. Let me see this evidence.
In fact, several months ago, I did a video that there was some speculation that Jed and Lauren might be an item simply because of the proximity they had towards one another, how they seemed to have some sort of chemistry, and fans were sort of convinced that there was something going on just sort of based on their interactions with each other. Now,
Okay, guys. So I'm going to do my best to tell you the research that I have discovered, and I'm pretty sure. I wouldn't be doing this much, putting it out there ahead of time, trying to be the one in the scuttlebutt here. But since she did that, and I know she's wrong, it made me have to bring this video so you can see what the truth is, okay? So once you hear that Lauren and Jedediah are courting, the first thing is to check everybody's Instagrams, because I check everybody's Instagrams every morning, and then I'll check them later in the day. But obviously somebody could drop something in between, right? But nobody had. Nobody had. There was nothing, nowhere, every stone unturned, nowhere. Now, I do have a daughter-in-law that was raised and grew up about 10, 15 miles from where the Duggars live. And her grandmother, her aunt, her mother grew up, they're all from there. So I am privy to rumors, but I would only use a rumor if I verified it, and I mean verified it, because I'm not going to lie to you. Why waste our time? Aren't we interested in the truth, right? So since there was nothing on Instagram, the next step would be, well, let's double check and see if the different national wedding registries has anything about Jedediah and Lauren. Well, I'm going to show you my screenshot. I didn't even put in Lauren. I started with, is there anything out there about Jedediah? And immediately up came this video, this little clip I'm going to show you. And the clip is going to confirm the wedding registry. So look at this, and then I'm going to come back and tell you a little bit more. Okay, so that's Amazon's gift registry, and I looked at it yesterday. But then I got confirmation. That she went to the wedding. She went to Justin's and Claire Spivey's wedding in Texas with Jedediah. Yep, guys, she did. So, am I 100%? Could we end up, somebody's making a joke or something here or wanting to lead us off the path? I don't think so. I know for a fact that her family flew to Springdale, Arkansas. Yep. And then went to the wedding in Texas. So I'm as convinced as I can be, guys. I'm as convinced as I can be. Now, is it somebody else? I'm not going to do that, okay? I'm not going to sit here and go, well, could it be Jason? Some fans are saying it could be Jason. Some fans are going to say it maybe is Jeremiah. Some fans might say it's James. I'm not going to do that, guys. I take people at their face value, and that wedding registry, and then to have that match that the parents have been in Springdale, Arkansas, and then went to the wedding. Yeah, I'm going to go with it, guys. So it sounds like congratulations are in order for Jed and Caitlin. I guess she goes by Katie. Maybe we keep our fingers crossed until the families make their announcement. But since other people are trying to rush to speculate, I feel like I've got some pretty concrete things to say, and Katie sure didn't have it right. So that's what I have for tea right now. And if one of the Duggar boys ends up with Lauren Caldwell, Katie's got all the squares on the bingo card full, because it will be one of her guesses, right? But there's no sources. This is all hogwash, absolute hogwash. She needs to do better, way better. So that's the tea for today.